Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Discussta, a part of the Comcat series, which is a part of the communication department here at Augusta University. I'm your host, Andrew Chalker, here with
Tristan Lacey.
And we have our editor and producer, Brandon Barton, in the other room. And our guest today is Nick Walbert. Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, everyone. So my name is Nick Walbert. I'm actually a part of the Discussta Podcast, but I'm being on the other side of the table today, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
But some more information about me. I'm actually a nursing major, minoring in communications right now. So kind of might sound weird to some people, but, you know, I love communications as much as I love the nursing path. So.
Well, how does it feel being a guest today?
It's weird being on the other side of the table. It's like in the hot seat today. So.
Yeah.
Well, it feels weird hosting because I'm normally in the other room.
Yeah,
so
same.
I understand. Totally get that. So, what kind of organizations are you a part of here?
I'm a part of a lot of organizations, actually. So I'm in a fraternity, Alpha Sigma Phi.
Nice.
I'm part of Jaguar Miracle, and then I think that's it. Well, there's some other stuff too, like some stuff from my work that we've started recently. We've started a couple organizations to help better reach students on campus and to like get ideas from them. So technically, I'm also a part of something called Jaguar Insight too, but it's not necessarily like an organization in the same capacity as the fraternity and Jaguar Miracle.
What is Jaguar Insight?
So Jaguar Insight is a orientation-related organization. So basically, it allows old orientation leaders or people who have been a part of orientation in the past to connect back with the Office of New Student and Family Transitions, and that helps them. It helps us to like figure out what areas in orientation we felt like students in the past felt like were like not so great, and parts that we need to focus on revamping.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved in any of these? Like, did you just like take it upon yourself, or was it something somebody pushed you to do? Or
So it happened in my freshman year. Little backstory: my freshman year, I was not involved in anything whatsoever. I was one of those students who went to the dorm, went to class, went to eat, and went back to the dorm.
I feel that. I understand.
So it wasn't until like my spring semester that I started meeting people, and it's where one of my best friends, DJ English, he was part of Alpha Sigma Phi, and then I got to know him and some of the other brothers in it, and so by the next fall semester, I ended up joining Alpha Sig. That's how I got involved with that, and then I got involved with Jaguar Miracle because Alpha Sig has had really close relations with Jaguar Miracle in the past. So that's how I got involved with both of them.
Cool.
So do you hold any major positions in these organizations?
I do hold very major positions in both organizations. I'm actually the president of Alpha Sigma Phi now.
Dang, nice.
Mr. Prez.
Yeah, Mr. Prez over here.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I've only been in this position about 2 weeks, but it's been awesome right now. I did it because, you know, I love all the brothers that I have in my fraternity, and I want to help them better themselves. Well, background too. Our motto is to better the man.
Oh, I got you.
And I really love my brothers, and I'm trying to help them reach the next level of where they could be because I see so much potential in them. So
Yeah.
that's why I ran for president. And then in Jaguar Miracle, I ended up becoming I was originally the sponsorship chair last year. This year, I'm the vice president.
Nice.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Big jump.
Big jump.
Nice.
Same for Alpha Sig. I was ritual chair, which is like one of the lowest positions, and then I went straight to president.
Hey, worked
Yeah.
your way to the top. I
Sure
like to
did.
hear it. Underdog story.
Nice.
Did you go through like a vote to get that? I'm assuming like they had to vote for
Yeah,
that.
so for Alpha Sig, we do like elections, like democratic elections. So you have to give a speech to the entire
that's cool.
chapter. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Basically, depending on whoever it is. So like for me, I told them areas that I felt like needed to be fixed, and then the plans that I had for it. And then they voted on me and somebody else based on what we both had to say.
Cool.
And then for the Jaguar Miracle, we did interviews for them, and then our advisor and then the new president decided like yes or no to if they should be in the position or not.
Oh, I gotcha. What was that like coming up with speeches and I'm sure that was a lot of pressure having to
It was stressful because even despite like having these interactions with the brothers like on a daily basis at this point,
yeah.
it's still scary because it's like if I say the wrong thing to them or if I don't make a good enough point across, it was nerve wracking. Plus, I mean, it's public speaking, and like even despite having to speak in front of them every week from now on till next March, it's still really stressful, and you still get the jitters and the nerves from it. So
it's like speaking in class, like even after you've developed that relationship, like in your class, like when you got a presentation at the end, you're still thinking about it the whole time. You're like, oh, still got to present in front of all these people, and it's just it always gets me. So I understand.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Proud of you, man. Doing big things out there.
I'm trying. I'm trying
making
really
moves
hard
out here.
So, do you currently work anywhere?
Yes. So I mentioned Jaguar Insight. I work as a student coordinator in the Office of New Student Family Transitions, but I also have a second job on campus that is a peer educator for Jags Live Well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks. You got a full plate.
I have a very full plate.
Do you have a favorite?
I don't know.
Can you say?
I don't feel like I can say that.
A little charged question.
That is a charged question because like there's benefits to both of them because like my Jags Live Well boss knows that I do have like a very busy schedule.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
She allows me to like work virtually versus my orientation job where it's very like hands-on. You have to be in person for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
Well, that's cool. How has that been, like the work, school, and life balance? Like, what's that kind of like?
Honestly, it's something that I really haven't figured out until recently. I know last semester I was like running all over the place because it would be like every weekend I was traveling to visit family.
Yeah.
But then during the week I was doing fraternity stuff, and then I was doing having to work 10 hours a week for the orientation job, and then trying to find time in all of that for me to go work at Jags Live Well. And it wasn't really until recently where, it's kind of like I had to get in the mindset of I need to stop wasting my time when I get home or the free time that I do have usually. I just need to get all the homework out of the way and like all the schoolwork, studying that I need to. That way I can put all like my focus into work, family, and my organizations.
Yeah. It's hard to have that self-control because, like, I only work. I only have another job. I don't have any, like, I'm not part of any organizations here. But, like, even still, like, I find that hard to just, like, strike that balance because it's, like, I'm in school most of the afternoon and then I immediately go to work at, like, 6 o'clock to, like, 11:30. And then I wake up and do the same thing. It's, like, and that's all throughout the week. So, like, the little bits of free time I have, I'm like, oh, well, I could be doing something I want to do, and it's like I got assignments coming up, so it's like I have to do that too. So it's a hard balance to strike for
my
sure.
Schedule right now, excuse me, my schedule right now is I understand that because like my Tuesdays and Thursdays, the way I've also figured out is if I put all of my organizations and work on one day, it gives me more time for myself and to spend on my organizations as well. So for like Tuesdays, for example, I get to school at like 9 a.m. for classes, and then I work from about 11:15 till 5 p.m. And then even after 5 p.m. I have a class for work that I go to. So I usually don't get out. I usually don't leave Somerville campus until about 7 p.m. at night.
Dang. So that's literally like a full-time job every day. Yeah, that's crazy.
Every Tuesday, Thursday.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, do you still live on campus or?
I do not live on campus. Am I allowed to disclose where I actually live?
That's up to you.
Well, I live off campus at the Estates at Perimeter right now. After my freshman year, I don't know if I can also say this either, but I'm going to. I snuck a cat into the dorms for a whole semester, and I didn't want to do that again for another like 3 or 4 years. So I just got an apartment. I've moved pretty much every year that I've been here in Augusta, but no, I do not live off campus. It's been a journey.
So have you always lived here in Augusta, or did you like move here to come to school?
So I moved here to come to school.
Oh, really?
I'm originally from Guyton, Georgia.
Okay.
Not a lot of people know what it is. So it's about 45 minutes outside of Savannah.
Okay.
It's very like rural area. It's becoming more urban now, but it's my little farm town.
I'm assuming most of your family's from there too.
Yeah. So my mom and dad still live there, but my brother and sister-in-law and my nephew all live in Temple, Georgia right now, which is on the other side of Atlanta.
Oh, I gotcha.
Wow.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I was initially from Thompson. That's like where I was. Well, I guess I was born in Augusta, but I lived in Thompson for like 6 years. Then I moved up to Tennessee for, I think it was like 7 years. And then now we're back here. So,
Dang.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on where I was from. I have no idea. I'm a military kid. I've moved every single year of my life up until my sophomore year of high school.
Oh, I could see that for sure, yeah.
So
So I think the question for you is, where are you from?
I have no idea.
Did you know you were also going to be a guest today?
I did not. Wow, crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually interviewing y'all now.
Roles reversed.
But so do you have a plan for graduation?
Yeah, so I just applied to the nursing program for the fall. So technically I should be graduating by May 26th.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Nice.
So the graduation plan is to finish the communication minors, which sadly is a semester for me. I'm gonna miss everybody. No, I love everybody.
We'll miss you, Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss y'all too. But then, so if I get accepted into the nursing program, I'll be at Health Science Campus every semester for the next 4.
I'm assuming you already do that though. Like you go down, or I guess you go over there and come up to Somerville like most of the day.
Actually, I haven't. I've completed all my prereqs for nursing before I started my communication minor. But so I've been at Somerville the past year.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's been nice.
I always figured, because like I knew you like did nursing. Like I figured you were down there most of the time, but that's cool. I didn't know that.
Do you have like a specific place that you want to go after nursing? Like,
I haven't really decided, honestly. I think I am going to stay in Augusta for like another year or 2 after I graduate, just to get some work experience under my belt, because I do eventually want to try to get into the CRNA, which is the nurse anesthetist program. That's like the title they have, and I do plan on trying to get into a program like that, but you have to be working in an ICU for about a year or 2 before you can even apply to the program.
Wow.
So I was thinking, I'm already here in Augusta. Augusta has a program. I might as well work in an ICU here before I go back to school for it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Good plan.
But beyond that, I'm not really sure. I don't really think I'm going to go back down to Guyton, Georgia, because, there's not a lot there. And a lot of the friends I have now are here in Augusta. So I'd like to stay somewhat close just so that I can stay in contact with a lot of them.
And luckily it's not too far. Like Savannah's only like what, 2
hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
For me, from where I live right now, it's actually 2 hours on the dot from my parents' house. So,
so that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Would you rather work in like a big city hospital or like a small local hospital?
Probably a more big city hospital, because with the smaller city ones, because Effingham, I'm from Effingham County. That's where Guyton is in. I've been to the Effingham County Hospital, and it does not even compare to the hospitals that we have here in Augusta. It's so small. I think they have like one wing to it.
Wow.
And so I think I would prefer having like the more busier environment of like a big city hospital, because I'm pretty sure like the Effingham Hospital closes like in the evening just because like it's not busy.
No one just goes.
Don't quote me on that though.
Gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, they're gonna come after me.
So has becoming president of any of your like organizations changed the way you interact with like your brothers in your fraternity?
Unfortunately, yeah, I feel like it has. Not like in a bad sense. It's more of a case where I have to be more of an authority figure.
Yeah.
Not that like I'm gonna be like trying to act like their dad or anything, but now instead of being like all like laughing and like goofing around with them, I have to interpret every situation as like, all right, this has to be taken seriously. Like, y'all can goof off a little bit here, but we need to wrap it up or like bring it back in, be more serious.
You gotta lock in
For sure.
Yeah.
So even just within the past 2 weeks, I've really felt it, because like some of my closest friends in the fraternity, they are on the executive board with me.
Yeah.
And they like to goof off, and I'm just like, guys, y'all got to pull it together. Like we're like the top guns right now. We're trying to plan stuff and get stuff worked out. We have to pull it in.
Do you find that kind of hard to like reel in like some of your friends? Because like I kind of understand, like I used to, and this is like a completely different thing, but I used to have friends over all the time, and it was even hard for me to just be like, all right guys, you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, so I like, is that a tough thing you have to do?
It is a tough thing, because it was like one day you go from being like all buddy with them to being like, get your work done. Why doesn't this happen? Where are you at? Why are you missing this meeting? Why are you missing this event? And then being like, all right, well, I'm gonna fine you if you don't show up. And so it sucks in a way, because then it's like, I feel like being more in like a leadership position has caused me to have to be less of a friend to them, which, I mean, I also know how to separate my organizations from it. So at the end of the day, my friendships matter more to me than the organization or like leadership.
Yeah.
So I pretty much like every day at 6 o'clock, unless there's an event going on, I pretty much shut out organizations for the day, and I just go back to being regular old Nick.
So speaking of events, do you have any like coming up that you like to?
Yeah. So for Jaguar Miracle, actually, we have this Saturday, we have Jagathon coming up. It's an event where we stand for 6 hours for the kids in the children's hospital who can't stand for themselves.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
And so basically you have to like put a wristband on and all that, and it's kind of representing, you're going to spend these 6 hours for these kids, helping to raise money and awareness for their situations. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a wrap of it. I mean, we do some other stuff. Like we have families come share their stories. We even have some of the kids come. A lot of them are younger, but we do occasionally get some of the older kids who have been in the Dance and Marathon Network for a while. They usually show up too. And then we just do games as an entire group. So it's a really fun experience. It's really stressful trying to set up for it.
Oh, I could imagine.
Because, as the weeks come, it's like, oh, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. And then it's like this week we're getting ready for it, and everyone's like frantically like trying to get everything pulled together. So,
yeah.
And then for Alpha Sig, the only event that I know that we have coming up is in April. We're working alongside the pre-medicine club, to pre-medicine, badminton and pickleball club, and then hopefully 80 Pi, which is another sorority on campus. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be doing a pickleball event with them to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
So it's going to be an event that goes on from, hopefully it's going to be from like 3:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. It was scheduled last week, but some other stuff came up. But, it gives us more time to plan for it now. And then also Alpha Sig is going to be participating in the, I think it's the Domestic Violence Month next month.
Oh, I gotcha.
We're going to be participating in that and doing tabling and handing out resources to people on campus. It's actually a part of Checks Live Well, so
nice.
It'll be exciting. Cool. Joining my job and my organizations together.
Yeah. And pickleball's fun too.
Yeah, pickleball's so much fun.
I haven't played yet.
You've never played pickleball? I
want to.
Dude, it's actually fun.
I mean, I played tennis in high school and middle school, and I find pickleball more fun because it's smaller.
It's like close quarters kind of. Like tennis is like you're on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
And I've like never played tennis, but like I've played pickleball. Like
compared to pickleball, it's so much more running.
Oh, I can imagine.
Granted, I have to like relearn some stuff because I'm pretty much good at getting the ball back over the net to the people. But when it's serving, like in tennis, you have to like serve overhead, and then in pickleball, you have to serve underhand. Mm-hmm. It's completely weird because it's also like a hard paddle, not like strings.
Right. Yeah.
And then the ball's also not soft and air compressed. It's literally a waffle ball.
Yeah.
So, do you enjoy tabling? I know you mentioned tabling quite often in this interview.
Oh,
do you enjoy it? No.
Tabling, my best friend. Honestly, no. I don't like tabling, but it is a necessity for organizations to put out there what you are trying to like raise awareness or money for. I don't like tabling in the sense because a lot of time when you're tabling, especially here at Somerville, like you'll be sitting there and you'll be like trying to talk to people and they'll ignore you and walk up by, and it's really a motivation killer. So then that's the part where I don't like it. I love being able to talk to the people on campus and also trying to raise awareness or money for anything. It's just the fact of people not wanting to come up and talk to you, mostly because especially with like fraternities, there's like a stigma of like fear associated with it. So like for raising money, people are less likely to come because it's a fraternity thanks to what the media portrays it as.
Yeah.
And then Jaguar Miracle, we have the issue of being like, hey, like, would you like to hear more about Jaguar Miracle? And people are like, no, I'm okay. Or just like completely ignoring you, just like walking straight on by, and it's just like, all right.
It's like you're panhandling something.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I understand that for sure. So like, are you trying to recruit people to like join organizations when you do stuff like
absolutely,
that?
Absolutely, I am.
Yeah. So how is that like?
So with Jaguar Miracle, it's different because we're trying to we get more participants for our events and all that. to help like fundraising and that. With the fraternity, it's different because we have to find guys who want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And it's really hard sometimes to portray that to some people because, again, the media portrays fraternities and Greek life in a certain way.
Yeah, for sure.
But really, like, being a part of a fraternity is like contributing to something greater than just yourself alone. We have values and like philanthropies that we raise money for, and that's the part that really gets me, is that I'm contributing to a group that does more than just ourselves as individuals, but as a larger entity.
Yeah, it's certainly an important side to it, because like you're right, like it's often like fraternities are often portrayed as just like always partying, always doing stuff, but like that's interesting that you bring that up. Like it's a lot more than just that. Like,
yeah,
for sure. That's pretty cool.
Sure.
So do you have any like social media for any of your organizations that people want, if they want to like look out for or follow? Or
yeah, so the Alpha Sig one is actually AUG_Alpha Sig. So that's where you can see all of our old founding fathers, our events coming up, and just events or holidays that we have that are associated with our values. I mean, we do highlight every holiday, but some of them more so than others just because they're more related to our values. And then Jaguar Miracle, I believe, don't hate me, Jenna, if you hear me say this or mess this up, it is AUG_Jaguar Miracle. If not, it's probably just Jaguar Miracle.
I was gonna say you can probably just look up Jaguar Miracle or something.
I know if you're a student here at AU, you can pretty much find their handle, because pretty much we follow every student here, whether they participate or not.
Yeah. Well, that's probably about time for today. Nick, is there anything else you'd like to say to the people out there?
Yeah, sure. One final thought that I would like to say is, like, if you're not active on campus, I highly recommend it, because it connects you to such a large group of people that you may not meet just by passing by them until you actually like are in an organization with them. So I really recommend being part of something larger than just yourself, and it's also a way to get you out and interacting with people.
Awesome.
I like it.
Well, thank you for listening to today's episode of Discussta. Nick, thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thank y'all for having me.
This episode of Discussta is produced and edited by Brandon Barton, hosted by Andrew and Tristan. And Discussta is a part of the Comcast Podcast Network at Augusta University. Disclaimer: the ideas and opinions expressed during this podcast are those students enrolled in Com 3340, podcasting and audio production, and do not reflect those of Augusta University.